Hey guys, it's Neil from the Skullbusters, and before I get started today, I just want to give a big shout out to our newest superfan member, Matt Moore. If you want to join Matt Moore and becoming a member, just hit the button below and don't forget to subscribe. So okay, getting back to today's video, and in this video I'm going to show you how to get gold for the National A Master License. So let's start with Master A1, and as you can see I'm on traction control 1. And what we're doing is straight away you're going to move over to the right hand side, and then we're going to be looking for our first braking point. So just lift off and then now brake here at that orange barrier, and then lift off and then back on, so you're kind of feathering the accelerator and then back on fully, and then this section should be flat out. If you feel like you're going to drift to the left or the right, then just give a very slight lift, but you should be able to do that no problem flat out, and then hopefully that should help you achieve gold. So once you've got gold, I'm just going to show you quickly my settings. I'll do this for every test. So my settings is automatic, traction control on 1, and everything is turned off. I'm on controller, by the way, if you don't already know. So let's move on to Master A2. So it's the same test that we've just done then, but with a different car, faster car this time. So again, traction control on 1, same thing again, just move over to the right hand side, so you're following the racing line, and then again, same braking point, so just lift off and then brake, and what you want to do is just brake and then off the brake, and then go for the accelerator, snatch it. Just got to be careful of a bit of oversteer here. Again, all this is flat out. If you do feel like you need to lift, try not to do so, but you can do. But like I say, you can do that flat out. You just got to get your racing line correct. Once you do that, you should get gold. So okay, what I'll do, I'll show you my settings again for this one. On controller, automatic, traction control on 1, everything's turned off. So let's move on. This time we're on Master A3. Again, traction control is on 1. Now again, we need to keep to the right hand side here now, and then we're looking for our braking point, which is here. So it's like the middle board. Just before it, lift off and brake into the corner, let the car roll, and then back on the accelerator as fast as you can. Try not to snatch it too soon, because the back end will step out and you'll lose quite a bit of time. So just brake into the corner, let the car roll round, halfway round, and then slowly ease onto the accelerator. So again, the settings on controller, automatic, traction control 1, everything is turned off. So let's move on to the next one. So the next one is Master A4. So this one can be a little bit tricky to get gold. So as you can see there, traction control is on 1, and what you want to do is we're going to be braking early before the corner. So straight away, before you even dip down, we're braking, heavy brake, on the brake, and then lift off, back on the accelerator as you go through the tunnel, and then again now you're going to brake into the corner, off the brake, let the car roll, and then feather the accelerator through this little chicane, and then back on. If you need to give a slight lift, do so, and then again here, try not to brake, and then flat out over the start finish line. Like I say, you've got to brake really early, just to slow that car down. Also let the car roll into the corner. So let's just quickly show you my settings. As always, traction control's on 1 and everything's turned off. Like I say, it's a bit tricky, that one, but with a bit of practice you should get that, hopefully, and if you use my braking points as well. So let's move on to Master A5. Again, another tricky one. This time we're on snow, so it's a bit unpredictable. But what you want to do is brake early again, kind of similar to the last one. Is now braking early and then let the car drift into the corner. So you're on the brakes ever so slightly and just little touches just to gain control, keeping hold of that accelerator as you're powering through the corner, and then so that you get the drift. And once you straighten that car up, then it's just over the finish line. Hopefully you'll get gold. Again, it can be tricky, you just need to nail the braking point. So again, settings, automatic, no traction control because we're on the snow, and everything's turned off. So that one's done, and then we're going to move on to Master A6. So again, it can be a little tricky, this one, depends on yourself really. So as you can see straight away, traction control is on 1. You're just following the racing line really, looking out for a couple of braking points. So the first one coming up is when you get round this corner, trying to be flat out. If you need to lift, do so. Going through that section, there is our braking point, just literally after the 400 metre mark. Heavy braker, right, get it right down, let the car roll, and then back on the accelerator once it starts straightening up over the finish line. Hopefully that will help you get gold. So again, you're kind of braking early, so you're just dragging that car back down low speed round the corner, and then you should hopefully get gold. So again, everything is always the same. I normally have traction control 1 and everything is turned off. So let's move on to Master A7. Again, some of these, like I say, can be really tricky. It depends on yourself. Some of them took me quite a few goes. So again, traction control 1, keep to the right hand side, left hand side, and then swing it to the left. There's your braking point. I could have been a bit more over to the left hand side there, and you would have got a better exit like the Ghost has done, but it still works out. Swings and roundabouts, just a slight lift I think I've done there, and then it's just over the start finish. Hopefully that'll help you achieve gold. And then we move on to the settings just quickly. Like I say, as always, if I do change the traction control, I will let you know, but it's always on 1 and everything's turned off. And then we'll move on to the next one, Master A8. And again, another little tricky one. I think most of these are all tricky anyway. There's no room for error really. You've got to be with the Ghost, not like the normal license where you can have a bit of a gap. You've just got to be with the Ghost and then you'll get gold. So you're braking early into this one on straight away. As soon as you see that curb on the right hand side, that's your braking point. Lift off the brake, let the car roll, and then back on the accelerator as fast as you can. You can do this all flat out if you get the right racing line. Pinch some of this curb there. If you need to lift there, do so, and then back on as fast as you can. But you can do all that section flat out. Same with this one. Don't lift, don't brake. It's all flat out. So you've got to be with the Ghost, like I was saying. You can see I was not far off. Once you know you're near the Ghost, over the finish line, you know you're going to get gold, hopefully, or you'll be there or thereabouts. So again, quickly, as always, I'll show you the settings. Traction control is on 1, and everything is turned off. So then we move on. Hopefully that'll help you get gold. Like I say, it can be a bit tricky. Some of these can. So we move on now to Master A9. We're nearly there. Again, can be tricky. Just all depends on your braking points really. So it's a wet track, this one. We should all be familiar with this, with obviously the muddy grind and being wet as well. You just need to find that braking point. So big heavy breaker coming up, and here's our braking point, just before the 150 mark, so it's kind of like in the middle between 200 and 150. Big breaker. Get it right down, clip over the curb, off the brake, let the car roll, bit of accelerator. Don't snatch it straight away because otherwise it'll oversteer, you lose time. You've got to be gentle with that accelerator coming out of them sections there, and then now you go for the throttle and hopefully you get a good exit. So like I say, the last 2 corners or bends, just gently ease the accelerator, R2. Like I say, I'm on controller, you've just got to be gentle with it, don't just snatch the button, if that makes sense. Just be gentle, feather it, so imagine your finger like a trigger, on and off, and then that'll help you. So again, here's my settings, traction control on 1, everything is turned off. So we've got all the way to the end, and we're at the last one, Master A10. Again, little tricky one, all depends. I'll show you my braking points to help you, and if you can just copy me, hopefully it'll help you get gold like I did. So what we're looking for is moving over to the left hand side straight away. There is your first braking point, braking nice and early, so then you're off the brake, let the car roll into the corner, clip a bit of the curb, and then again now brake early here. So you're braking early, let go of the brake, let the car roll, take some of the curb, and then ease nice and easy on the throttle. Nice racing line through here. There's your next braking point as well, just before the corner. Off, let the car roll, bit of accelerator, bit on and off, on and off, on and off, all through that section there. Flat out here now, just before the bridge. There's a little touch of the brake again. So again, just a little touch, lift off, let it roll, back on the accelerator, flat out, and then come to the left hand side. There, just before the curb on the left hand side, another little brake, drop it down, lift off, let the car roll, feather that accelerator, don't snatch it, just feather it on and off, on and off, on and off. Now, flat out, pinch some of that curb, and that should get you over the finish line, and hopefully you will get gold. So hopefully these guides will help you. Again, I will show you my settings for this one as always. Traction control is on 1, it's automatic, I'm on controller, everything's turned off. And now that we've got gold on all, that is the reward, 6 stars. And obviously the last car that you do the test with is the one that you always get. So I hope this guide helps. If it did, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.